according to my point of view for this coming week, you may expect the EURJPY here to have a gradually downtrend. So for me, the only deal that I'll be looking for is to go in short only. Yes! For this currency pair, we only have one direction, and that is downtrend. So I'll be focusing on the going short only, and that's the plan for New Zealand USD in this coming week. Yes! So we have a strong uptrend or price gradually go up, I cannot tell, but in general we'll have an uptrend for this coming week. Yes! For this coming week, you will see and you may expect price to slowly, we have downtrend. Yes! Hello trader! Welcome back to another weekly forex analysis forecast with Stay Green. Well, probably last week is one of the most profitable week when it comes to forex analysis forecast. Well, in fact, I'm actually looking for a Lamborghini on sale. I'm not sure there's Lamborghini on sale. Anyway, congratulations those who follow Stay Green channel and watch our weekly analysis forecast. So yeah, what profitable week. If you follow our channel and watch our weekly analysis and forecast, you'll probably notice our forecast usually the accuracy around 70-80%. So if you appreciate our work, consider to like, subscribe and share the video. You know, for Stay Green, right now I just spend my free time to record the video and share my experience, my knowledge, my tips and tricks, my forecast about forex. So by your support to share the video, there will be more people come and watch my channel. So once I know there are more audience come and watch my content, my video, and there are more like and comment to interact with the channel, then I know that what I'm doing is correct. Then I know that what I'm doing is valuable to someone, and I may spend more time to produce more content, to share more knowledge with you, to help you to make trading forex easier. Right, let's get back to the charts and we'll see what happens this coming week. Let's go. Alright, let's get started with the Australia and New Zealand. Remember my forecast last week for this currency pair. So I said that we'll have the corrective structure and there will be one more push down. And on the price chart, right now you see price push a little bit further and then we have the retracement back to this level and there we go, now pushed out. So basically the movement is pretty similar to my forecast last week. So for Australia and New Zealand this week, what scenario that you possibly will see for this coming week? What you can see in here is we'll have not a corrective structure and there will be one more push down before we have a new uptrend. So my plan is I may join the short downtrend and a new uptrend as well. So for scalper and day trader, you are free to join the short push down. But for swing trader, I suggest you to be patient and wait for a good buy setup in here. So use your trading strategy to find the entry. Do not just hear my forecast and blindly enter the market. Alright, so that's the plan for Australia and New Zealand. For Australia and USD, remember my forecast last week. Say at this point, the market there will be a downtrend, and in fact, look at here. Yes, we have downtrend. Let's take a look how many pips. So it is almost 200 pips. Congratulations those who follow Stay Green and watch my forecast last week. And here's the plan for this coming week. So what I can see is the price will create short corrective structure and we'll have another downtrend again. So if you're already in and still hold your position until now, then move your stop loss and do not just close the trade yet because there will be another downtrend. So move your stop loss to break even and let the market run another downtrend. That's just my advice and my vision for this currency pair for this week. I will not guarantee that the market will 100% go as what I say, so take my word as advice. So move your stop loss to break even or your preferred level in case the markets create another push up to retest the previous high before going down. So yeah, we should prepare for all scenario. For those who don't have a trade yet for this currency pair, stay out of the market, use the trading system to find a good sell entry for the next push down. And that's the plan for Australian USD for this coming week. For EURCAD, obviously you can see price is ranging within this zone for a couple of weeks already. And in here we have a false breakout. Last week I said that we'll have some sort of price correction before another push down, but in fact we have the uptrend here. We have a false breakout and our price retreat back to the zone. So what's the scenario for this coming week? Well, you can see the price chart right now is the potential scenario for this week. Here's a price will have some short retest at this level before we have a downtrend. So be patient. I will not suggest you to enter the market within this zone. So we just sit back and find good entry for the sell setup for this coming week. And that is the plan for EURCAD. For EURJPY, last week I said we possibly will have downtrend, but in fact the market went up, and currently we see several reactions of the market to this level. Obviously on 4-hour time frame you can see the price ranging within this zone, and what is the plan for this coming week? For me this week, what I would say for this currency pair is you might see a couple more retest this level or even to this high before we have no downtrend. So if you're already in from here, move your stop loss to a safe level and consider to close the trade, take profit once you see the market turn to the downside. For those who are not in yet, just be patient and find good entry for sell setup within the blue zone. That is also my plan for this coming week for EURJPY. Short-term price correction on the upside, and the longer term there will be a downtrend. For Japan yen, do you remember my forecast last week? If you don't, that's fine. Take a look at this screenshot from my last forecast. So once again, congratulations to those who follow Stay Green channel and watch our forecast last week. Probably Euro-Japan yen is one of the currency pair that I got the correct forecast, and this is one of the pair that got the big catch from the last week. So what is the scenario for this coming week for Euro-Japan yen? Possibly we'll have a short-term price correction and the market will continue the downtrend again. So those who trade in the direction that we forecast for last week, move your stop loss to a safe level and do not just close the trade yet, but you may want to hold your position longer because possibly there will be more profit coming within this week. For those who don't have any trade yet, just be patient and find a good sell setup for yourself to join the downtrend here. And that is the plan for Euro-Japan yen. For Euro New Zealand, last week we say there will be a price correction and there will be another push down. But without the corrective structure, you see the price pushed down to this level, and now we have a new uptrend. So what is the scenario for this coming week? Probably for short term you see a price ranging, but then after that we have a new uptrend again. So those who are still holding buy position, move your stop loss and wait for another uptrend. Those who are not in, stay out of the market, be patient using a trading system to find a good entry for a buy setup to join this uptrend. And that's a plan for Euro New Zealand this coming week. For Euro USD, remember my forecast from the last week. I say that the market will be ranging within this zone, and market did moving in the zone that I mentioned earlier. So far price went down, up and down again. So my vision for this currency pair is still the same with the last week. Possibly we'll have another up movement before price break the zone and start a new downtrend. For scalper and day trader, feel free to join this zone. But for swing trader, we'll just stay out of the market and look for a nice entry for the sell setup to join the new downtrend in here. That's a plan for Euro USD. For pound Swiss dollar, last week we say that there will be a corrective structure before price go up. But in fact, as you can see here, we don't have the corrective structure. There are several strong bearish candles. The market went down to this level, and what is the scenario for this coming week? From my point of view, what I can see is This will be a scenario for this week. So we have some short of corrective structure, and there will be another downtrend again. So for this period, at any time the price can go down. So I'll ignore all the buy setup and we'll focus on the downtrend only. So use your trading system to find a good entry. So that is my vision for this currency pair. Use your trading system to find a nice entry. Do not just blindly enter the market without any reason. Be responsible for your capital, and that is the plan for pound Swiss dollar. For pound Japan yen, remember my forecast from last week. So my prediction is like this, and we have another uptrend. And in fact, you see the market went down to this level. So for last entire week, the market completely structured. What will be a scenario for this week? Probably you will see the market ranging within this zone, but eventually we'll have another uptrend. So for scalper and day trader, you are free to join this zone. But for swing trader, we focus on the uptrend only, and that's a plan for pound Japan yen. For pound New Zealand, last week I said that this currency pair will bring a very good deal for trader regarding to the risk-reward ratio at the moment. That is my prediction from last week on the daily time frame. And in fact, what we have last week in here is the buy side and the sell side have pretty intense fight from the last week. Currently, we don't have the uptrend yet, but what I can see right now is the market is collecting a momentum for a new uptrend. So my vision is still the same, and this week probably we'll have an uptrend after this. So watch this pair closely and find a nice entry for going long. That is my plan for pound New Zealand this week. For pound USD, this is my prediction last week. In fact, you see the market pulls up a little bit further and we have a downtrend here. So what we should be expecting for this coming week, this is probably the scenario for this week. So for short term, you see the up movement, but longer term there will be a bigger downtrend. Those who are still in, move your stop loss. But if you don't have any trade, then just sit back and find good entry for going short. And that's my plan for pounds USD. For gold, last week we have an uptrend. The price went up to this level. And what will be a scenario for this week? Probably there will be a couple more retests at this level before we have another downtrend. So if you're still in the trade, consider to close and take profit. Otherwise, we stay calm and find a nice entry for sell setup in here. And that is for gold this week. For New Zealand USD, last week I mentioned that we only have one direction, and it is downtrend. In fact, you see the market retest this level one more time, and now currently we have downtrend. So my forecast for this week will be similar to the last week, which is one direction only, downtrend. If you're still in the trade, move your stop loss. Otherwise, use your trading system to find a nice entry for a sell setup. And that's the plan for New Zealand USD. For Brent oil, my forecast for the last week is mainly we focus on the downtrend. But right now, what I see on the price chart is the structure totally changed. So the scenario for this week is probably we'll have a new uptrend after this. So our main focus will be for the uptrend only. And that's a plan for Brent oil this coming week. For USDCAD, congratulations to those who follow our analysis and forecast from last week. And let's check how many pips you should have in your pocket by now. So probably around 300 pips. If you appreciate our analysis forecast, consider to like, subscribe and share the video to your community. And what will be the next scenario for this week? Probably you'll see price correction before the market continue the uptrend again. So those who in, move your stop loss. Otherwise, use your trading system to find a good buy setup in here to join the new uptrend. And that's the plan for USDCAD. For USD Swiss dollar, this week probably you will see the price correction and the market will continue the uptrend again. So let the market finish the structure before start the new uptrend, and use your trading strategy to find a good entry point for a buy setup. For USD Japan Yen, congratulations those who watched our forecast last week, and I hope you get a lot of good pips by now. So probably USD Japan Yen is one of the currency pair in my Forex forecast last week that got the big catch. So once again, congratulations those who follow our channel and watch our forecast last week. So what would be the scenario for this week? This week probably you'll see corrective structure and the market will continue the downtrend again. So that's a plan for USD Japan Yen. If you're still in a sell trade from here, move your stop loss, and hopefully you'll get more profit in this coming week. Those who are not in, be patient and let the market finish the corrective structure before you join the bigger downtrend. Alright, so that is my forecast for Euro Japan Yen this week. And that is the end of the analysis forecast for this coming week. I hope you find my analysis forecast is useful and valuable. I wish you all have a new week with fortune and green pips. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy trading and stay green.